How's everyone's New Year's going?
Yeah.
Cool. Is anyone sticking to your New Year's resolution?
Yep.
Yeah? I am. I haven't smoked a cigarette all year. Give it up. That takes talent. Thank God I didn't give up cigars. A little about myself. I'm a huge mama's boy. I got a mom for everything. Food, money, weed. My mom gets upset when I tell that joke because now everyone knows she's a drug dealer. When I was 13, I went to the doctor's, and the doctor said Keith, because that was my name. And I was like, yeah, doc. I'll just wait. Okay, so I was like, yeah, doc. He's like, Keith, you're autistic. And I was like, all right, I like to draw. He said, no, what you have is something called Asperger's syndrome. And I was like, oh, what's that? He's like, oh, it's basically you're never going to get laid ever. I was like, can you tell me good news, like I have cancer or something? No, what Asperger's syndrome is I don't really like to socialize because I don't really know how. So like if you talk to me, I just don't know how to socialize. So I have no friends. And it's okay because Dan Aykroyd has Asperger's and he's a Ghostbuster. So it also makes my life very complicated. You know. For example, my dad told me to get off my ass and go meet girls. So I tried speed dating. And I got a year's worth of rejection in one night. And then, like, you know, when I do get a date, I constantly have to lie to him, you know? The problem is that I tell so many lies, I don't know what's true anymore. Yeah? Like, I call a girl up and I'm like, hey Kelly, it's Keith. You want to go to Disneyland with me? I got these cool discount Disneyland tickets from work. And she gives me a moment of silence and she's like, the FBI sells Disneyland tickets? I was like, yeah, you could get them when you're undercover. Better late than never, I always say. I went to the movies and I saw that movie with Amy Adams, with this girl. And I don't remember what it's called. And she turned to me and she's like, Keith, why can't it be more like the men in romantic movies? I was like, Ashley, why can't it be more like the chicks in porn, you know? Take it up the ass. I saw a girl outside the dentist, and it seemed like she locked her keys in her car. So, being the gentleman, I said, hey, you want to ride home? She smiled and nodded, and we got in my car, and I'm all driving. Yeah. Then she looks at me, and she's like, you're passionate. I was like, oh, thank you, baby. You turned me on too, you know? So I do the little yawn thing, and she moves my hand. I got denied. So I'm like, okay, this chick's mixing medications, you know? So I keep driving the car, and then she looks at me, and she's like, you're passionate. I was like, oh, thank you. I know. You turned me on too. So then I put my hand up her leg, up her thigh. She slaps me. I got denied. I was like, I don't get it. You're saying I'm passionate, and yet you're denying me. And she's like, no, asshole, my house, you're passionate. I met a girl at the mall, man. She was really my type, you know. Didn't say anything, very cute, you know. Love at first sight. I thought it was love at first sight, man. I got really irritated when the employee took her head off, so. We'll catch up on some of these jokes. They can't all be winners, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. I like it how we have the round table of people who just don't shut up. It's just awesome. In all seriousness, my girlfriend did just break up with me. I came home and I was like, Amber, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm leaving you. I heard something terrible about you, so I'm leaving you. I was like, oh, what did you hear? She's like, I heard you're a pedophile. Well, where are you supposed a 12-year-old heard a word like that? I think I'll leave you guys on a joke that I heard. My friend told me this joke, and it was extremely funny. And he didn't write it because it's just too genius. But this is the joke, okay? An old lady, okay? An old lady's at a bank, you know, at an ATM. And she enters her card and she's, you know, doing her PIN, you know? And she forgot her glasses, so, you know, she can't really see her balance. So she turns around to the guy behind her and she says, "Oh, excuse me, Sonny, can you check my balance? I forgot my glasses." And the guy's like, "Yeah, sure." So he just pushes her. Good? Check the balance. I'm Keith Reza. Thank you very much for having me.